Hey guys, and welcome back to season 17 of AOR, and this time it's round 7 and we are in Belgium for one of my favorite tracks on the calendar, along with probably a lot of drivers, especially in reality. I really do like Spa. This is such a great track. It's also the longest, so this quali lap is gonna be someone like 142 something, because I haven't been able to break that 141 barrier, and I don't think anyone in this tier is going to, unless someone pulls out an absolute mad lap. But as you can see, we are now in P4, going fastest so far in the first sector. Obviously that doesn't need to say that much, it's just a straight and a corner, so I mean it's in this second sector that all the time is to make up. But I'm feeling quite confident. I've done a fair bit of practice, so hopefully there will be some pace both here in qualifying and later in the race. But obviously we will find out, as we've got the Force India going slowly there, but we just managed to get around him without really compromising our line into Buhan, which is a really difficult corner, I feel, on this game, because I don't think you can take it flat out, but you just so much want to do it, but you can't. So that is a bit tricky. I'm not really too sure how good this lap is, obviously, because I've got no delta. What's 2.5 tenths improvement there, so that's gonna look at a like 42.3 maybe if everything goes according to plan, which is quicker than what I've done in my quali runs. Done a 42 dead in time trial, but I don't think I'm gonna get that unless I floor the bus stop chicane here, which I don't really intend to, as I get an okay entry into that corner now, down to first gear, and then just a traction towards the line. What is it gonna be? It's gonna be provisional pole, but unfortunately my teammate pipped me to pole, so I'm gonna be starting P2 in the race. And here we are on the grid, as you can see, in P2. We got my teammate in front, and we got the Red Bull behind us. Hopefully we can get a good start, so we're actually in a prime position if we get a good start, and I think we do, because maybe if we get out in P2 out of La Source here, we can have all the slipstream in the world, and Bayfield will have none. And it does seem like that's what's happened, so let's chuck it into overtake and Rich mix, and hopefully we can get some sweet slipstream on our teammate. But it seems to be just lacking. There's a big X on him, so that means he's disconnected or what? I don't really know, as we go side by side, and I think he disappeared, to be honest. He did have some serious lacking issues on the formation lap, but I think he told me in the chat yesterday that he had like some super shit internet, and he was just lacking all over the place for me, so that's a bit unfortunate. I think he had some screen freezes, and yeah, there we go, he retired, so that's really unfortunate, because oh, that's a virtual safety car. So that must be Bayfield's retirement that caused it. But it's really important because we're actually leading the constructors and he's leading the championship. So we actually do need to get some points. And now we caught all the way onto lap 6, because I'm not used to this leading. So not much happens really, as it's time for the stops. And as you can see, I've been leading in front of the Red Bull of Donuts. I'm not really too sure how to pronounce his name, but I'm going to call him Donuts for now. I'm a little bit afraid that I might get held in the pits, because we can see that Haas of Daigoto there, who might go past me, because obviously I'm not in one of the first teams here. Can we get out ahead, please, please, please? Yes, we just managed to, but that was not by a lot. Like, that was almost a Verstappen release there, so luckily I managed to keep the lead. And Speed Demon, as you can see down on the map there, he's pitted early. Is he gonna pip Donuts by going, I think he went 1 or 2 laps early, and indeed he does, so he's now up into P2. Well, net P2, because obviously we have the Ferrari of Krish out ahead, who's I'm obviously going to have to catch at some point. And now we cut onto that point, and that's lap 12. Obviously you can see I have a bit of a gap by like 2.5 seconds to the guys behind. But if I'm going to be stuck around behind Krish here for this lap, it's going to be quite tricky, I think, to manage that gap, because obviously they're going to get closer and closer, because I was gaining on Krish on quite a rapid lap. So as you can see, I'm a lot faster, because obviously he started on the medium, so they're gonna start looking a bit questionable by now. So hopefully I can get past soon, because I really don't want to be held up, and because if I get held up and they get DRS on me, it could really turn quite quickly. That's what's really kept me in the lead this race, is I've been able to stay out of the DRS from them. So they've been sort of fighting between themselves, so I've just been able to stay those 2 seconds ahead. So just make a little bit of a mistake, which is going to compromise my run down this back straight here. So I don't think we're going to be able to make any move into the bus stop chicane, unfortunately. But I think barring anything, we should be able to do it up A Rouge and down the Camel Straight. I'm not too sure. Camel Straight maybe, or that Silverstone, I don't know. As maybe we're gonna try and have a little bit of a look. I just let him know I'm there, but there wasn't really any move at all. So try and pull the switch back, but don't really get the traction that I need. Maybe I can move it down to the source if he stays to the inside there. And oh, he just moves in a little bit late, and I just missed just the brake a little bit that we just touched. Luckily, I didn't get any damage, and he didn't on this brake to let him through. That was that could have ended badly. I do have a problem with braking when I can't see the racing line clearly. And to be honest, I thought he might have stayed to the inside. But now we've got the slipstream, chuck it into overtake, and we should be able to have him quite easily, because obviously we got the DRS. And indeed we are through, and we should be able to brake a lot later with the fresher tires. So we're now back into P1, and hopefully he will hold up Donut and Speed Demon as well, so that we can just create a little bit of a gap. But we've got 10 laps to go before the finish line, so hopefully we can stay in the lead and not get any penalties. I've got 2 warnings by now, so hopefully I can stay off the curbs and stuff. And now we got on to lap 20. And it's basically just been status quo. Like, I've been those 2, as you can see, 2 to 2.5 seconds ahead of Donuts, and Speed Demon's falling behind a little bit. So there ain't really much to say really, because I've just been leading. It's not very exciting to look at. Obviously, it's been super tense for me driving, because I've led an AOR race on merit once, I think, and that was in Japan 2014, or season 14, sorry. But I think we are going to come across the line, because I did not get any penalties, just the 2 warnings. And I've made a bit of mistakes on my final lap, but it's not going to matter, because we are going to come across the line. I'm now an AOR winner after quite a few seasons. I started in season 13, and now I finally have a win to my name. So I'm super, super happy. And here we have me on the podium. I'm not going to skip it this time like I did last time I was on the podium. So we're going to watch it in all its glory, racing that #1 trophy. So that's been a long way coming, and I'm super happy that it's finally here. Now it's just that elusive pole position that I still have to get. Oh, what a time to get a notification. I'm on the podium, please. Just let me watch it. But that's was a really, really, really tough race. I mean, as you can see, not a lot of people actually finished. Like my main competitors in Bayfield went out, but obviously Donuts and Speed Demon are super fast, so it's not like I didn't have a little thing to battle with, but obviously it was made a lot easier with my teammate gone. But that's just how it is sometimes. I'm not gonna, you know, be ungrateful, but it's just super nice to get that win, and hopefully I can do that some more times now, and it won't be a one win forever. But if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, comment, anything. It's really appreciated, and I'll see you guys next time.